there everyone, welcome back to Daniel part 3. Remember 2 weeks ago we learned about vegetables being good for us and how Daniel honoured God by sticking to his diet rather than following Nebuchadnezzar's diet, and then God honoured Daniel and put him in a high place in Nebuchadnezzar's mind. And then the following week Daniel got saved again because he was able to tell King Nebuchadnezzar all about his dream, and then he got promoted again to another better job. Well, this week we're going to learn about Daniel's 3 friends and how God saved them. So let's get comfy in those seats again and let's learn about Daniel's 3 friends. So the next part of the story is called the fiery furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar made a huge golden statue and commanded all his people to come and see it. Every time a musician plays on their instrument, you must all bow down and worship this statue, he ordered. Anyone who disobeys will be thrown into a fiery furnace. Nebuchadnezzar had given Daniel's 3 friends new names. He called them Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. They, like Daniel, were all Jews and worshipped only God, so they refused to bow down to the statue. When the king heard about this, he was very angry. "I'll give you one more chance to bow down to my statue," he told them. "If you don't, your God cannot save you from the fiery furnace." Our God could save us from the flames if he wished, but even if he doesn't, we won't bow down to anyone but him, they replied bravely. King Nebuchadnezzar was so angry that he ordered the furnace to be made 7 times hotter. It was so hot that the soldiers who tied up Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego and threw them into the furnace were burnt up immediately. The king expected the 3 friends to burn up too, so he was amazed to see 4 men walking about in the fire. "Who is that shining creature that looks just like the Son of God?" he asked. "And how can they be walking about when we tied them up and threw them into such a hot fire?" King Nebuchadnezzar realized that theirs must be the true God and called them out. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego came out of the fire. Neither their clothes nor their bodies were burnt. They didn't even smell of smoke. "Everyone must praise their God," said Nebuchadnezzar. "They were willing to die rather than worship another god, but their true God has sent an angel to rescue them." Then he promoted them all to better jobs in his kingdom. Wow. So Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego said that they wouldn't bow down to any other gods but their own God, the one and true God, the God that we believe in and that we worship. And King Nebuchadnezzar was not happy about this, so he put them into a very, very hot fire. Now what can you think about is hot in your house? You've got the oven's hot, isn't it? The kettle's very hot when you boil the kettle. The microwave. You've got the toaster. And maybe if your parents put on a candle, that's very hot as well. And your parents say don't touch those things because you could get burned. But Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, they were in a very, very, very hot fire. And they didn't even get a hair on their head burned. They didn't get smell of fire on their clothes. They didn't get anything because God sent an angel to look after them because they worshipped God. Isn't that amazing? God looks after Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego again. So that's the 3rd time God has looked after these people in this story. And I can't wait to find out what happens next week. So I'll see you all next week. Have a fab week and look after yourselves. Bye everyone.